Hey everybody, thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're here. So today's video is a collaboration with my friend Megan from TrainGirl.Meghan, and we are reviewing the Polene #1 Nano bag. And we are trying to do this review as a discussion. So we have Zoomed and we have chit-chatted and talked about what we enjoy about this bag, a few things that we don't enjoy so much about this bag. And we've tried to split up our chit-chat so that some of the topics will be covered on her channel and some of the topics will be covered here on my channel. On my video today, we are going to discuss the following questions. What made us first buy from Polene? What were our first impressions and how have those impressions changed now that we've been using the bag? And how do we feel that this bag compares to other contemporary brands? And then collectively, we're going to list all of the things that we like about the bag, all of the positives. And then over on Megan's channel, which of course I'll have linked below, we're going to discuss our experiences with customer service, how much we've used the bag, wear and tear, and if we would buy from Polene again, all of our collective dislikes about the bag, and ultimately if we would recommend this bag to a girlfriend. So definitely check out Megan's channel for that portion of the video. All right, so here we are. We're going to get started with the chat here with TrainGirl.Meghan. And so in the first part of the chat, we are going to discuss a few questions. The first question is, what made us first buy from Polene? And I have to say, I did not know about the brand except from seeing it on other YouTube channels. And I was intrigued, and I felt like it was an accessible brand to buy from because of the price point. And so I was intrigued because the style and the shape was so unique and because it seemed to be affordable. So that's why I bought this bag. And specifically because of this #1, the shape really called out to me, and the size because of the Nano. So that's why I bought it, because I thought it wouldn't break my budget and I wanted to give it a try.
Yeah, kind of. I think so many of us have had a similar experience, like when we're obviously not getting this sponsored bag. I was so excited before, when I was like trying to set up, I nearly forgot to grab the bag to share. Yeah, just like you, I saw it only on YouTube channels. I saw it on Instagram. It was typically sponsored content, and I kind of just put it out of my mind. I think I was seeing it for about 2 years before I decided to buy it. And then, of course, Emma Anders, she purchased from them, and I adore her. She could get me to buy pretty much anything. So she gave it the seal of approval. I think I ordered from them that same day, because like in the 2 years prior, with just seeing it passively on the occasional video, the occasional Instagram post, I always thought, oh, okay, that's nice. I'm always kind of skeptical, nervous buying something online when I have no opportunity to see it in person. So for those 2 years, like I would maybe glance at the site 1 to 2 times per year, but I would always just put it out of my mind. They were very cute. I liked the minimal designs, but then, yeah, when Emma showed it on her channel, I was like, well, this is done now. Okay. I spent some time trying to figure out colors, and that was that.
Yeah. In terms of the colors, did you get the same, like a color that you had seen on YouTube before, the lilac color?
So I think Emma got this same lilac color in a tote, and I knew I wanted some kind of like neutral. I'd been wanting a light bag that wasn't white, wasn't cream. I don't think I really have a pink bag, but it looked good on her. It looked really good the way she had styled it with, she showed it with navy, I think. She showed it against navy, and then also maybe a leather jacket, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and the pink, kind of just like the pinky neutral tones look so good against that.
Mm-hmm. Then I went online. I wasn't quite sure what color I wanted, but when I saw this color block online, I was like, oh, I looked at no more colors after I saw this available.
It's really unusual.
It just really grabbed me. Yeah, I really like this color combination here. So.
And is yours a smooth leather? Does it have like any graining or texture to it?
The leathers are different. So this part is smooth, and this part is like a little bit of like a crosshatch.
Oh yeah.
So it's not really pebbled, but it's just got a little bit of a texture to it.
Yeah, same on mine. Yeah, just all over.
Okay.
Across, yeah. I
think that's cool. Okay, and then the second question was about our first impressions. So we both did a reveal and a first impressions video. So since that first impressions video, like, how have our impressions changed since then? And for me, I felt very overwhelmed by the cuteness of this bag. So my first impression was, wow, isn't it unique? Isn't it cute? And now my overall impression of this bag is, wow, isn't it fussy?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's really cute and unique.
Oh yeah, but there's some fuss to it. I get it. Yeah. What are you thinking of?
Well, I don't want to give all of it away because we're going to go through our list of pros and cons and likes and dislikes. But I struggle with not the opening, but getting it closed back together. Not only here, but also here.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I never button those up. Do you keep yours closed? I buttoned mine just before we started recording, but they're almost never buttoned up on mine.
I don't always button them, but when I want to, I the effort of it.
They're a pain, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's why I never close mine, because they're so annoying to pinch close.
I know, exactly. But then when I want to, it's not that big of a deal, but there's just something about it that they just slip out of my hands, and it's the angle of them, and oh yeah.
So it's the main thing for you that's changed, that you've noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely excited by the cuteness factor. When I first opened it, I said in my video, the one thing I was really surprised by when I opened this, and I know not everyone has had this experience, but how sharp the straps were. They left a fuzzy line on a sweater I wore with it one time. Fortunately, it was like a really cheap sweater because I thought this might happen. And that's why I always avoided wearing it with silks right off the bat. But something that's really changed for me is, in a good way, is I think from wearing it over coats and just like sturdy fabrics, these have softened up. I think the friction kind of filed them down, the rough edges left from the glazing. So that's one positive change I've had. One thing that has not been so good is I've noticed like how squeaky the straps are, and the bag is a little bit fussy to go in and out. It's not terrible, but like you said, it's just a moment, but there are easier bags. I'd say those are the two things that I've really noticed shift from my first impression.
Interesting. Okay. That's why it's important to do a follow-up video and not just do your unboxing and first reaction, but to really use it and then come back and give a report on it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's why I like seeing channels like yours, just like people I relate to and people who I know, like, you use your things probably in a similar way that I do. And I don't have a problem at all with gifted content. I think it can be really helpful, and those people have access to a large amount of goods, and so they can compare them more easily. But I feel like I do see a lot of bag reviews where they'll just be a big reveal, and then you'll never really hear about the bag again. And I'm like, I want to know all the things. I want to know how it wears from someone who's really using it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, the next question, how does it compare to other contemporary brands? So in my mind, I mean, there's tons of contemporary brands, but I was just thinking about like the brands that I've been using most recently. So I was thinking about Strathberry, Aspinall, Coach, and Longchamp. They don't all feel the same. This leather is so unique that they don't have quite the same feeling. The Strathberry bag that I most recently reviewed, the Strathberry Nano, it does have its own little fussy factor, but I don't know how to say that the I'm not very eloquent with my words right now, but I feel like the quality and the elegance of that definitely makes that fussiness worth it. And for my Aspinall bag, which I've just recently received, I haven't shown it yet on my channel. I mean, it's just a different textural, and it's just a different experience altogether. So there's no comparing those bags at all. The Longchamp bag, I have two Longchamp bags that both have snaps.
And these are the leather Longchamp bags?
One is leather and one is in canvas. And there's no comparison in terms of like how easy they are to use. One I've just shown recently, one I haven't shown at all yet. One is the Brioche. And you can unsnap it to make it wider, easier to get into, and leave it open if you want. And it's just not the same at all. It's much easier to use. Probably lean in favor of all those other bags in terms of ease of use and just like all of that. But still, they don't have the look of this bag, So I can't say that they're better or worse. They're just different, It's I'm not even like trying to compare them because they're so apples and oranges.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Even as you were talking it through, I was thinking, gosh, yeah, like they really are so different. And like this just has its own look where if you want that look, that's what you'd go for. I'm so excited just getting to talk to you. I can barely string sentences together. But I was thinking mostly about Tory Burch, Coach, which I know Coach can really fall into different categories for people because it's kind of a heritage brand, kind of a luxury brand. I mean, things aren't very well defined, but when I think contemporary, I think Coach. And what was the other one? Marc Jacobs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I recently got that little orange Marc Jacobs bag, and I love the feel of that bag. The leather is so soft, and there's just something about it that's hard to put into words. I love how neat the stitching is. I do like that this is a full calf leather bag. Do you remember what grain or what type? Because it's not like full grain leather.
My memory is that it didn't actually specify if it was what kind of grain, if it was a top grain or full grain. I don't remember reading that.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I don't believe it's genuine leather, and that's why it kind of sits above in terms of, I guess, quality. Mm-hmm. It sits a little bit above those bags for me. I do really like Tory Burch bags. They have their own look. They're like obviously a Tory Burch bag, so they're hard to compare.
Is the leather on your bag soft?
It has softened up. I forgot to say that when it comes to like first impressions, because in my first impression, I was like, wow, this is a hard bag. It's softened up a little bit. Still has lots of structure to it, but just a smidge.
I was wondering, like, do you think that it has to be this hard to keep the structure of this bag?
I would think so.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it has to be this hard to keep the pleats in.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just might be this.
Yeah. Which in my mind, it doesn't bother me that it's this hard if it can keep this shape and look so cute.
That's how I feel about it, and it's small enough. I did see when I was in New York a couple weekends ago, someone had the full size, the bigger version of it, and it it seemed to have a little bit more squish to it. Not a lot, but just, you know, just a little bit. And it looked quite cute, but it's not the kind of bag that I would go for just because it is bigger and structured. But that's just my personal preference.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. All right, then. Are we ready to make a list of the things in general that we like about this bag to close up this portion of the...
I'm wondering how ours compare.
Okay. Okay, so some of these things we've already hit on, but just to make a summary here, things that we like about this bag. In general, I really like the shape.
It's cute.
It's like it almost looks like a little dumpling, or...
I was just thinking the word dumpling.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then, but of course, that's one of the reasons I bought the bag is because I liked the shape. I like the pleating. I like the folds. I mean, I just think that it's so unique to have this look about it. Okay, so I like the leather because it holds the shape, I think, anyway. So because the leather is firm, and I think it gives it the structure to hold this shape, or at least that's the conclusion that I've come to so far in using this bag. I like so far that it seems to have really good wear and tear, specifically with like scratches. I haven't gotten any scratches on it so far. I haven't babied it. I've really like thrown it around in my van. I've tossed it across the seat, and
even on the smooth leather part.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also, I've not been careful with rain. I've gotten caught out several times in the rain. It doesn't leave water spots here, so that's definitely something I like. I related also to the unique features. I like that I get compliments on this bag when I'm out. People will say, "Hey, I like that bag. Like, what is it? It's really cool and different." So I would say if you're in one of those moods where you don't want interaction with people, then don't wear this bag if you don't want to talk to strangers, like that kind of thing.
Or maybe if you do want to talk to strangers.
Exactly, that would be a reason to wear it, because you will get noticed with this bag because it's so unique. I really like the top handle. That's one of my favorite features of this bag. It's not too big that it would dig in. It doesn't. At least I feel it doesn't dig into my side, when I lift up the top flap. It's so easy to grab for, getting in and out of my car and just helping to take it on and off when I wear it crossbody. It's a really nice top handle. I like that a lot. I like the size and capacity. For it being technically like a mini size bag, it holds a lot. Yeah, so... Mm-hmm. I like the size and capacity a lot. And something else is this is like the nicest dust bag that I've ever gotten with a bag.
It's so soft, yeah.
It's so thick, and it's just a really, really great quality dust bag that came with this purchase. So that's something also to mention in terms of likes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my favorite, hands down, one of my favorite dust bags is from Bottega. They're so thick and soft, but this is obviously a lot less expensive than a Bottega bag. So for some reason, I care about that dust bag. I'm always a little bit like, the Louis Vuitton ones aren't as nice. The Chanel ones, they're not as nice as this one. Cool. So I'll run through my list. I said there's a lot of overlap, and some of this is just personal preference that I jotted down. One thing I love, and this is just true across the brand, but in particularly this bag, I love the color choices. There is a neutral for everyone, whether you're just sticking with navy or black. There's different textures, I think, for the black bag. But they have various beiges. They have some that lean more pink, more yellow, and then there are the soft pinks. That I really love how many color options there are. Size and how much it fits. As you mentioned, with the top handle, I'm walking through cities a lot, and this has become one of my go-to commuter bags, where for work I have my big heavy backpack, because no tote will fit my computer. Just nothing can hold that monster computer. And since I'm commuting in on the train and I want easy access to my phone, my train pass, my cards, I'll often find myself, I'll slip this through my arm, and then I can easily dig through it with this hand if I need quick access. Because that's kind of, you know, when you're in a city, like, you kind of keep an eye out, and how you get into your bag matters. That's just something I think about a lot. So love all the features of it. The feet, the pleats on it, super cute. I also really like that the internal slip pocket is functional. It's usable. I don't know about you, but I feel like I say this in so many reviews where a bag will have a back zippered pocket, or it'll have a slip pocket that's so tight you can't easily get in and out. And I use this slip pocket every single time I use it. I usually will keep like a Metro card in there, or just something I have to access. Like garage parking, if you ever have to keep a little slip.
Oh yeah, actually I used a garage parking card, but in the back pocket the other day.
Oh yeah, see, this is big enough. I can't remember what I put in it, but I think it was like a slip of paper for work. I have used it, but so often I'll find that these just aren't easy to use because they'll either be way too tight or there'll be a zipper, and the zipper inside will be so tight I won't even bother you.
That's a good point about that inside pocket. Yeah.
Let me see. Was there any? This is just, again, personal preference. I like the minimal hardware on it, and that it is so different. Like you said, I will get compliments from people like my friends who are not at all into handbags. I'm the only one with this obsession that I know in real life, and they'll compliment this bag in particular, like in a way that they won't really notice my other bags. So it is a fun little conversation starter. You can go out and make friends.
For sure. Great.
I think those were my top likes for it.
Oh, very cool. So now we will conclude this part 1 of the video, and then we'll send you over to Megan's channel so that you can watch part 2. Thanks so much to Megan for collaborating with me on this video. It was super fun to chat with her today. I really enjoyed the chat with Megan. I mean, as you can tell from her channel, like, she's just super cool. And I enjoyed everything about our chat, everything about our Zoom. I enjoyed talking about this bag, and I just enjoyed talking with her in general. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to her already, this would be a great opportunity to do that. I'm sure that you've already subscribed to Megan's channel, but just in case, this is a reminder to watch her video and subscribe to her as well. I hope to see you again here in the future. So thanks for watching. You take care. See you next time. Bye.